Students, will start with the second sum of congruency for standard 9. So we had done the first sum. Now second sum, they have given you that P is a point which lies inside the angle ABC, with an angle ABC. Now angle ABC means A and C are not a fixed endpoints. They can be extensions. So you are taking any point here. Those 2 points are A and C. These are actually rays which are extendable, angle. So P is any point inside that, and you are given that PE is perpendicular to the side BC and PD is perpendicular to AB. That is given. And you are also given that this PE and PD are equal in length. So not only are they perpendicular to the corresponding sides, they are also equal in length. Now you are told in this figure, you need to prove that BP bisects the angle ABC. BP bisects the angle ABC means divides the angle into 2 equal parts. That means your angle ABP you have to prove equal to CBP. ABP and CBP, you have to prove that those 2 angles are equal. Now how do you go about proving it? When you look at this figure itself, the first thing that will come in your mind is that you see 2 90-degree angles. You see one pair of equal sides. And BP is the hypotenuse of both the triangles. DBP has BP as side opposite to 90 degree. Same way in BEP also, BP is side opposite 90 degree. So this is the common hypotenuse. BP is the common hypotenuse. So immediately you should get, it should strike you that this is RHS test. What is RHS test? Right angle, hypotenuse and side of one triangle is equal to the right angle, hypotenuse and side of another triangle. If those 2 triangles are congruent by RHS test, then obviously we can say that angle DBP and EBP are equal. By CPCTC. CPCTC means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. They are equal. And this is a standard short form CPCTC that is used. Most schools allow that, most teachers allow that. If your school teacher doesn't allow, then write full thing, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. It is allowed in the board exam. All these short forms are used in textbooks also. So that is what we have written in the steps. So now if the 2 triangles, therefore because angle DBP and EBP are equal, that means angle ABP and CBP are equal because they are one and the same. So therefore BP bisects the angle ABC into 2 equal angles. So that is the proof. The steps of the proof are given. I have given whatever is given is mentioned. What is to be proved? If you don't know what does BP bisect angle ABC means, it means you have to prove that EBP and DBP are equal. And same way as I told you, when you are taking these 2 triangles, since BEP is written first, I am writing sides and angles of triangle BEP first. And since BDP is written second, I am writing all the sides and angles of BDP second. So that is what is written here, and all the steps are mentioned. You can copy down this sum. These short sums are very important because it is generally seen that in your February board paper, 9th standard, very short and simple questions are asked. No 2-page proofs or very lengthy 15-step, 18-step proofs which are there in concise textbook and all, that is not asked. So all these short sums which are less than 8 to 10 steps are the most important ones. They are direct sums. In the board exams, that is in the final February exam, they do not ask something very tough. They ask direct short sums So the next sum, that is sum number 3 also is very important. It's again another basic sum. Now in the third sum, this is the figure that is given. Of course in the figure, they have only marked that single angles, but I have given it a name. I have called that angle as X, and I have written that ACD and BCE. I have mentioned it, let it be X. Both those angles are X. And I have taken this angle, that is angle DCE, to be Z. Angle DCE is taken as Z. And then the two triangles which I need to prove congruent, that I have drawn separately individually. ACE and BCD, which are the two triangles to be proved congruent, those are separately drawn. It's very important to draw that. It is not compulsory. But if you draw that, you will immediately come to know what is the proof, the steps of the proof. If you look at this figure the way it is given in the question paper, maybe you get confused. But once you draw this, you immediately know that ACE, angle ACE is nothing but it's the addition of ACD and DCE. So it is X plus Z. So ACE is this X plus this Z. So that is mentioned here. ACD plus DCE is X plus Z, and that is actually ACE. Then you have BCE plus DCE gives you BCD. That is also X plus Z. So in these two triangles, first thing you have ACE is equal to BCD. Both are X plus Z, X plus Z. So that is what is mentioned here as the first step, that from 3, in 3 you have written ACE is X plus Z. In 4 you have written that BCD is also X plus Z. It is actually BCE plus DCE, X plus Z. So those two angles are exactly equal, X plus Z, which is seen in the figure. Then you have AC equals BC. It is given in the question itself that AC is equal BC. And third, you are given CAE and BCBD. They are both equal and we have called them as Y. So Y is equal to Y. You have to write all the angles in 3 alphabets. You can't write your angle A and angle B. It is preferred it should be written in 3 alphabets. Why? When you say angle C here, which angle C? Is it this? Is it this? There are many angles in C. So you always write any angle in 3 alphabets. Please note that. Therefore, from these 3 steps, you have A, S, A. A, S, A. So by ASA test, the two triangles are congruent. The two triangles are congruent. I wrote it this way, but since the question is given in this manner, I rewrote it in the manner it is asked in the question paper. That is in question number 3. So that the reason is also written, this reason, which test, ASA, whatever you have used, or in the previous case it was RHS test, that has to be written. If that is not written, marks will be cut. And finally you are asked to prove DC is equal to EC. DC is equal to EC, that is because of CP, CPC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal or congruent. So that is proof third. Very important sum, because generally they just try to ask where you have to add some angle like this and prove it. Even I have seen in Bombay Scottish and Gopal Sharma tests, school tests, they do not ask very complex and very lengthy 20-step sums, which are there in concise. But all that is not asked, simple sums are asked. So not only note this, but again revise it after few days. These things, congruency, especially geometry, takes some time for you to get used to it. You haven't done much of geometry in earlier classes. Limited geometry has been done. So all these proofs in these manner, these steps are important. The way it is written, it is important. The reasons are important and must be written. See, I have written reasons in bracket in every step. So all that is important. If you don't write the steps and reasons, you will definitely lose marks. So please be careful when you write the steps. Copy it down carefully. 14th sum also very simple, but you have to draw the figure. The figure is not given to you in the question. The question says, on the sides AB and AC of a triangle ABC, equilateral triangles ADB and AEC are drawn. See, nowhere it is mentioned that AB is equal to AC, or nowhere is it mentioned that triangle ABC is equilateral. That is not given. It is only given that there is a triangle ABC, and on that triangle ABC you are drawing another equilateral triangle ADB and another equilateral triangle AEC. So equilateral triangles, you know that all angles are 60 degrees each, and within an equilateral triangle all the three sides are equal. But it doesn't mean that this triangle and this triangle have all the 6 sides equal, because it was never given that AB is equal to AC. So this could be 4, 4 and 4 centimeter, and this could be 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Only because it is equilateral, all three angles of both are 60. And in this triangle, the three sides AD, DB and AB, they are equal to each other. And in that triangle, AC, CE and AE are equal to each other. But because you are not given that AB is equal to AC, I can't say that these 6 sides are equal. So that is why I have used single line for these three, which indicates that AB is equal to AD is equal to BD. And I have used a different symbol, that is double line for these three, which means AC is equal to CE is equal to AE. I cannot use the same symbol for both, because it was never mentioned that AB is equal to AC. So now I call this angle which will be used BAC as X. That angle BAC be X. So now I am drawing the two triangles of which parts I have to prove congruent. I am asked to prove CD and BE are congruent, and I am also asked to prove that angle CAD and BAE are equal. So I have drawn this triangle AC and I have joined this ACD, so that I have drawn it separately. I can draw it separately also. Once I draw the first figure, I can draw the two triangles, and I would insist that you draw these two triangles separately, because then the proof becomes obvious in the figure itself. It becomes very simple to understand. And the second triangle, because I have to prove BE and I have to prove angle BAE, the second triangle I require is BAE. So I join BE and I draw the figure here separately. So now what is angle BAE? It is X plus 60. I can see it here. So that is why I have written X plus 60. It is actually BAC plus CAE, which is X and 60. Similarly, what is CAD? What is angle CAD? CAD is also BAC plus DAB, which is X plus 60. So it is again CAD is X plus 60. Now in these two separate triangles, I have AD is equal to AB. Why? Because these both AD and AB, in this figure they are two different triangles. But earlier in this, they are actually sides of the same equilateral triangle ABD. So AB and AD are equal. AD is equal to AB. Same way, in this I can also see that AC and AE are marked with double lengths. They are sides of the equilateral triangle AEC. So AC is equal to AE. AC is equal to AE. So now when you look at it, S with S, angle x plus 60 each, and AC one more side with AE side. So the two triangles are congruent by SAS test. So the two triangles, they are congruent by SAS test, and I have already proved earlier that CAD is equal to BAE is equal to x plus 60. So this is first part which was required, and after I prove the two triangles are congruent, I can say that the corresponding sides, that is CD and BE, are equal. So that is CP, CT, C. So CD is equal to BE, that is CP, CT, C. So from this, I have proved both the questions that is asked, so I have highlighted those answers. All the steps are mentioned in this. All the steps are mentioned in this. Please copy as it is given. As I told you, all the reasons should be mentioned besides the step. It is okay if the reason goes to the next line, but put the reason in bracket and write it down as it is given. So we will go to the fifth sum next. So now in question 5, they have given that ABCD is a square. So in square all four sides are equal and all the four angles are equal. So that has been given in the question. They also mentioned that ABP is an equilateral triangle. So if ABP is an equilateral triangle, it means that AB is equal to BP is equal to PD. All three sides are equal. And also the angles of equilateral triangle are 60 degree, which you saw in the previous sum also. So now because AB is a part of the square as well as it is part of the equilateral triangle, so we can easily say AB, BC, CD, AD as well as BP, BA and BP, PB and PA both are equal. That means actually all these four sides and these two sides, that is total 6 sides, are equal because AB is common in the square and equilateral triangle. So we are saying that all these 6 parts are equal. So that is step number 3. Now they have asked you to prove PAD and PBC are congruent. When you look at it, it is simple. You can see sides of square, sides of equilateral triangle, and then you have to prove that DAP and CBP are both equal. Why are they equal? It is the angle of the square, that is angle DAB, minus PAB, that is angle of equilateral triangle. So it is 90 minus 60, 30 degree. So angle DAP is 90 minus 60, that is 30 degree. That is what is shown here, that angle PAD is 90, that is angle DAB minus PAB, 90 minus 60, that is 30 degree. Similarly on the other side, CAB will be CBA minus PBA, that is 90 minus that 60, which is 30 degree. So you have side angle side with side angle side, SAS test. So we have written all these steps for that. So usually your sum, you will not be asked the second part, either you will be asked the first part or the second part. You won't be asked to prove everything because it becomes very lengthy. So usually your sum will be to prove that PAD is congruent to PBC, which you have proved by SAS test. But now in this question they have asked you to find the angles of triangle PBC DC. That is the triangle on top. So it is fairly relatively simple. You have PA is equal to PD, which you have already proved here. All the 6 sides are equal. So when PA and PD are equal, the sides opposite equal angles. The angles opposite equal sides. The sides are equal. So the angles opposite the equal sides will also be equal. Angles opposite equal sides are equal. So we can call it as X and X. So now if you take the triangle PAD, X plus this 30 is 180 degree. Sum of angles of the triangle. So 2x is 150 or x is 75. So we are getting this x and this x are 75 degree. So now if this angle is 75 degree and the entire angle is 90 degree, so then obviously the angle of PDC will be 90 minus 75, that is 15 degree. So you have got DCP, this angle which is, you have written CDP, CDP is 15 degree. Similarly, you can prove that DCP, that is DCP, there you can write similarly because they are identical triangles, so you can definitely write similarly. Similarly, this angle DCP also will be 15 degree. DCP is also 15. So what is remaining? One step I have to write, which I will write it here. One step that remains is what is this angle DPC. You can take the triangle DCP, and in the triangle DCP, by angle sum property, you will get 15 plus 15 plus the angle DPC is 180. So angle DPC is 150. 180 minus that 30. So it is 150 degree. So after you write these two steps, you can highlight these two steps because they are angles of that triangle DCP which is asked. And the 21st step I am writing here. So in triangle DCP, you have angle CDP plus angle DCP plus angle DPC is 180 degree, angle sum property. So x plus x plus that angle, so you can say that 15 plus 15 because you have already proved that is 15 plus DPC is 180 degree. So you can say that angle DPC is 150 degree. This is the third answer of the angle of triangle DPC. Already you have found two angles and highlighted there. This is the third angle of triangle DPC. So this has to be written after you write the 20th step. That is the 21st step and the final answer. These three answers are highlighted because you are asked to find all three angles of triangle DPC, and the other answer where you have to prove the triangles congruent has also been put in a box and highlighted because that is also asked. Now in question 6, they have given you a right angle triangle ABC and they have told you that on the triangle ABC, AQPB and ACRS are squares. That figure is given already in the question. So you are already given those figures in the question. They have given you AB, PQ and ACRS are squares. So you need to prove that triangle ACQ and triangle ABS, they are congruent, and then you need to prove CQ is equal to BS. A very simple sum, therefore I have called it important, because as I told you, like that sums are asked in the boards. So now we are first taking See, I have drawn two separate figures for simplicity. Now first we are taking this angle BAC, let it be x. Now angle QAB is 90 because it is angle of a square. SAC is also 90 because that is also angle of another square. So what is your angle QAC? QAC is this QAB which was 90 plus BAC which is x. So that is why we have written QAC is x plus 90. Same way on the other side, you have BAS. BAS is angle BAC which you have taken it as x, and angle CAS which is 90. So angle BAS is x plus 90. So that both the angles QAC and BAS are both x plus 90. So that has been proved here that both the angles are x plus 90. Then when you draw, this is one square, but when you draw those two triangles, you will find that QA is here and AB is here in the other triangle. So QA and AB are equal. Why? Because they are sides of same square ABPQ. So you have written that AQ is equal to AB sides of square ABPQ. Similarly, even though this is one square, in our required triangles, AC is here and AS is in the other triangle. So that is why this is marked with double line, double line. So when you draw the figures, it is very important to draw the equal sides of the square. This is separate and this is separate. And no one told you that AB is equal to AC. And obviously it can't be equal because it's a right angle triangle, AC is the hypotenuse. So AC has to be more than AB. So you can't take this and this with the same symbol. So in these two triangles, now it is obvious S because QA and AB, angle x plus 90 and AC with AS. So it is, the two triangles are congruent by SAS test. You remember the test of congruency, SAS, SSS, RHS, and either it is AAS or ASA. There is no ASS test. There is no ASS test. So that is the proof. And once you prove these two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding sides are equal. So CQ is equal to BS. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So this is question 6, a short sum and simple, so this is important. Such sums are asked in the exam. Question 7 is also a simple sum, but the question 7 I have to write few more steps. So I will write it once the question 7 I finish explaining till here. I will continue writing it in the next frame. So in question 7, first of all, ABCD is a parallelogram, not a square. ABCD is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So you have AD is equal to BC. So I use the same symbol, double line. And then AB is equal to DC. So again, I have used another symbol, that is single line. Then you are given that ADRS is a square. So in a square, all four sides are equal. Already double line was used for AD. So therefore, all these four sides and even this BC are equal. They are all equal. Now since AB was shown with single line AB and DC, and this is yet another square ABPQ drawn on the side AB, therefore all these four sides of the square are equal and this are also equal. So single line used for all those five sides. I am assuming let the angle DAB be x, this angle is x. These are both angles of a square, so they are both 90. So now I need to find angle SAQ. in terms of x. This is angles around the point. So all of them, all the four angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, should add to 360 degree. Angles around the point add to 360 degree. So I can say if you are finding only SAQ, it is 360 minus this 90 minus this 90 and minus that x. So it is 360 minus 180, that is 180 minus x. So angle SAQ is 180 minus x. So that is why here when I have SAQ as one of the triangles, I need to prove congruent. So when I write SAQ, I have shown angle SAQ is 180 minus x. That is by using the property of angles around a point. Now the other triangle which I require to prove congruent is ABC. In ABC, I can directly write angle DAB plus ABC is 180. Why? Because adjacent angles of a parallelogram add up to 180, that is they are supplementary. So I have written here DAB plus ABC adds up to 180. Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary means adding up to 180 degree. So this is already x. X plus angle ABC is 180. So angle ABC is 180 minus x. You can directly also write without writing all these two steps, that angle ABC is 180 minus x, and write the reason as adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. So now in these two triangles you have these two angles, that is SAQ. SAQ you had proved 180 minus x. SAQ is 180 minus x. And ABC is also 180 minus x. So we have got one pair of angles which are equal. Then SA is shown by double line. SA is shown by double line. That is equal to BC there, which is shown with double line. But for that you have to write the steps and prove. First you will have to write SA is equal to AD. AS is equal to AD. Sides of square ADRS. Then you will have to write AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. Opposite sides of parallelogram. That symbol written there is parallelogram. This is parallelogram. That is the symbol, standard symbol, you can use that short form, parallelogram. So opposite angle sides of parallelogram are equal. So since you have AD and BC, all the three sides are equal. So that I will be using and writing SA is equal to BC. And other than that, the third side, AQ, is the side of this square, AQ, and AB. They are both sides of the same square, ABQP. Now that I will write in the next frame after you copy that. So therefore these two triangles, SAQ and ABC, are congruent by S, A, S. So the two triangles are congruent by SAS test. So therefore SQ and AC, which are corresponding sides, will also be equal by CPCTC. So that is how you prove the proof. The remaining 2-3 steps, after you copy this in the next frame, I will write the remaining 2-3 steps. And we will solve one more problem for today, that is question number 8. So the continuation, we are taking these two triangles and writing the steps, that is AS is equal to BC, that we had proved in step number 11, that AS is equal to BC. Then SAQ is equal to ABC, those two angles, SAQ 180 minus X, and BSC also, ABC also 180 minus X, ABC. So those two angles are equal, which we have shown in this diagram. and AQ is equal to AB. That is sides of the same square AB PQ. So the two triangles are congruent by SAS test. So your SQ is equal to AC CPCTC. This is the complete proof for question number 7. Now we will do one more sum, that is question number 8, and write down all these sums carefully and look at each step and go through the explanation maybe 2 times so that you understand it very thoroughly. It is geometry, it will only come with a little bit of practice. Now 8th sum also very important because it's a short sum. So now in this sum, they have given you that OB, first of all they have given you that angle ABC and angle ACB are equal. So I am assuming both those angles are equal to X. And they have given you that OB bisects angle ABC and OC bisects angle ACB. So that is why ABO and OBC are both half of angle ABC. So each part is x by 2, x by 2. Similarly, on the other side, because OC is bisector of angle ACB, therefore ACO is equal to BCO. Both are half of x, that is x by 2, x by 2. So actually you are getting this, this, this and this. All the 4 parts are equal. All the 4 parts are x by 2. Now already you have angle ABC equal to angle ACB given, first step itself. So AB will be equal to AC. Why? Sides opposite, equal angles. So because this entire angle was x and this entire angle was x, therefore AB is equal to AC. Then as we said, we have written that ABO is equal to CBO is equal to half of ABC. So it is x by 2. It is given OB bisects angle ABC. And same way ACO is equal to BCO is equal to half of angle ACB, that is x by 2. Reason OC bisects angle ACB. So therefore you have these two angles ABO and ACO. ABO and ACO are equal, both are equal to x by 2. So ABO and ACO are both equal to x by 2, and because these two angles were also x by 2, OBC and OCB are also x by 2, that is what you have written, CBO and BCO are x by 2. That also you had proved here, CBO and BCO. So because those two angles are equal, you can say that OB is equal to OC. Because in this triangle, the two base angles are equal. So sides opposite, equal angles are equal. So both of them, OB is equal to OC. So now we have to prove these two triangles, that is ABO and ACO, are congruent. So to do that, you have AB is equal to AC, which you had proved in step number 2. Then you have OB is equal to OC, which you have proved in step number 7. And you have ABO, angle ABO and angle ACO are both x by 2, which you have proved here in step number 5. So you can say that the two triangles are congruent by S, this angle, and BO and OC again side. So it is SAS test. Instead of SAS test, you could have written SSS also. AO is common side, OB is equal to OC, and AB is equal to AC. So either of the two tests you can prove, SAS or SSS. Both will be given full marks. So therefore the corresponding angles BAO is equal to CAO. BAO is equal to angle CAO by CPCTC. So we can say, because these two angles are equal, so you can say that OA will bisect angle BAC. That is what is asked. Now for Wednesday morning, you have homework. So for homework for Wednesday is, page 60 and page 61. You have question 1, question 2, question 3 and then directly question 10. Those are simple sums. You can think over it and do it. I will discuss these answers in the next video, which will be sent to you on Thursday evening. Mostly the next video will come to you Thursday evening. So in that video, I will discuss these sums. What is the method to be used? I know that you could prove the same sums by using different methods. Any correct method will be given full marks. So I will discuss those 4 sums on when I send you the next video. That would be on Thursday evening I'll send. But do the homework sincerely, because the more you think and get some sums, only then you will be in a position to actually see the sum and do it in the exam. Okay, bye. Have a safe weekend.